Our friends at NextWave sent us this router lift and we need a cabinet for it, so we used it and built a cabinet. Okay, with everything cut, all that's left to do is take some acetone. We're gonna clean off the sapele. It is an oily wood, so we wanna get that oil out of the way and do some glue up. Let's glue it. A little pro tip, when you want to stack your glue ups the way we're doing, because I'm short on clamps, wax paper, parchment paper, any baker's paper, put it in between the layers and then you can stack to your heart's content and nothing's going to stick together. You might, just might, have a little bit of paper that sticks, but you know what, that sands off. Far better than a pry bar and destroying your piece though, right? So I'm getting ready to cut out the knockouts for the stretchers to fit so that it can give support to the router table. So here's a pro tip. Put them together, blue tape them, cut them at the same time, and your cuts will always line up. Took me forever to figure that out. With the carcass taken care of, now we're going to turn our attention towards the actual storage of everything that comes along with having a router, be it bits, collets, wrenches, all the stuff. And, you know, we took a coffee break. I'm looking over at the carcass on the table and trying to figure out exactly what we want to do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to create 2 drawers on the top that have pullouts that are dual level, and then we're going to have 2 drawers on the bottom that are extremely deep. Now this will be detailed in the plans, which you can get off of our website. I'm purposely making those drawers deep because you can store extra routers in there. I'm making all the pieces out of some scrap 1/2-inch plywood I got laying around, some scrap 1/4-inch plywood, and that's all it's going to take to make these drawers. So I'm going to finish this coffee and then let's get started cutting. we got all the pieces we need all set up, and all I got left to do is cut the pieces, and I've got drawer bottoms. So let's pocket screw together these drawers. 4.5, we'll go an inch in. This is so overkill. Probably could have gotten away with 2 instead of 3. Sam, if you're watching, you got about 6,000 of these to make on the workbench you're gonna build. It's funny because it's true. But normally I would put a scrap piece in the corner just to make sure that the dados line up. Look at that. That's like a perfect fit. We may have to only put 2 in because I'm short on screws. All that's left to do is to cut the piece that goes inside. Look at that. That is a perfect fit. That is a level of precision that I could not do myself, which is obvious because we had to go off camera because I don't know how to use calipers. Woo! That is a tight drawer. Who needs pocket screws anymore? So let me be perfectly clear. We set out to test the tolerances of the RS1000, which are really only tied up with my ability to use calipers, right? So if I was building these drawers and I wasn't testing the tolerances, I would have left a little bit of slop in there. So us actually beating it with a hammer is really just, we set it to the absolute limit of tight fit. And it performed. I'm not so sure that we probably couldn't fill this with water. There's not enough room in here. So RS1001, Scott, 0. All right, we're at a really cool part right now. The carcass has been taken care of. We've got these great little slide out drawers where we can put our bits and our wrenches and everything. The drop down door is taken care of. This is where the actual router lift is gonna sit. And we've done it in such a way so that you can get in there and vacuum it out if necessary. We've got our bottom drawers taken care of. Now we're gonna turn our attention towards the dead man switch, or what I call the dead man switch, the E-stop. This is gonna mount on the outside of the cabinet. We could just take a piece of plywood and put it out there and mount it to it, but where's the fun in that? There's always the possibility that something's gonna fall on it. So I'm gonna put a shroud around it, like almost like a half box to protect it. And if we're gonna do that, then you know what? We're gonna do like everything we do with our shop furniture. We're gonna bougie it. Some more sapele and some oak plywood. Let's build a box. All right, it's box. A little over the top, maybe, but hey, it's gonna protect the switch, right? And besides, we made it out of scrap. A little extra support for the wheels. Okay, now it's all put together. Let's take it apart, do some finish sanding, and spray it with some water-based polyurethane. All right, a couple things happened during this build, like most builds when we're doing stuff. And yeah, I put it in SketchUp and we create plans and we offer those plans to you on our website, link down in the description. And then reality sets in. So making this with NextWave sending us this lift and then getting a Craig table and forgetting that there's infrastructure involved created some problems. So I had to create some notches in the box and some holes for the bolts for the RS1000. That was a sad day. Some tears going on because we thought we were done and we weren't done because I had to do this. But we're past all that. The plans will not reflect this mistake. The plans are going to get changed, so your cabinet is going to be slightly bigger than this one. But what's left? What's left is we've got to get the cables through the back of the cabinet so that we can run them through to the dead man switch that we got right here. I mounted the dead man switch off to the right-hand side because I'm right-handed. That way, when I come over, I hit on. If I have a problem, I hit off. where I can hit it with my leg, unlike other designs I've seen where the dead man's actually marked on the outside. Once that's done, we're just going to take the unit, mount it on here, and we have a router cabinet. Pro tip, when using a hole saw, go halfway through, go to the other side, punch from the other side, and then there's no sanding, no tear out. Take the sides off so we can affix. Here's your SAT word. For those of you who haven't met Sam, Sam is a new friend, new hire in the shop. He's standing sheepishly off to the side. He's gonna help me carry this over. I've already tried to move this 4 times by myself. Look at that. Make sure this thing is square to the back because we know the cabinet's square. Okay, friends, it turned on. It works. Maybe you're routering something and I don't know, the router bit breaks and you have to quickly stop it. As I trip. All right, it's a table. Cool.